everyone, and welcome to October, which, as I mentioned on last week's podcast, Cybersecurity Awareness Month. So I'm going to take a little change from what I was thinking. I was watching a couple episodes of The Bear. For those who don't watch, great show on Hulu. But The Bear put in what's called non-negotiables. And that is a list of things that you must be doing in your organization. And I wanted to take that trend and bring it. So the rest of the month, we're going to do a different little change up on our podcasts, and we're going to call it the Cybersecurity Non-Negotiables. And this is part one. So each section or each part, I'm going to be talking about various things that you should be implementing or make sure that is implemented within your organization. So today I'm going to hit the three top ones that I think are super important. So for part one, non-negotiables, we're going to be talking about MFA. For those who don't know, that means multi-factor authentication. I'm going to get into that. The second is business class spam. And then the third is business class networking hardware. So the first one is MFA. I think most of us know what this is, or some people call it 2FA, two-factor authentication. Essentially what it means is you have a password. So I have a user ID and password to a system. Could be your banking software, could be your computer, could be your Microsoft 365 account. It doesn't matter. So part of that account is a user ID and password. Mine would be F. Stephens. My password is whatever my password is. And then I need to be authenticated in a third or secondary way. So some people have a text message being sent to your cell phone via like an SMS text message, and you get like a 5 or 6, 7-digit code. You type that in, and that's another authentication. So the idea is if someone steals your user ID and password, they still can't get in. Some people use Microsoft Authenticator. Google has an app where it's basically every 30 seconds. It's just constantly rotating. And so even if someone gets that user ID and password, like I said, you still have to put that 6-digit code in to verify who you are. So the reason why this is to me, a non-negotiable is almost every provider out there has an MFA piece for free. So I don't care if you're Chase Bank, you're Microsoft, Adobe, whoever the heck you are, people don't want to see those accounts get hacked. It's just more trouble for them, unpleasant experience for you guys as the consumer or the client, and nobody wants it. So every single system that you guys log into, make sure that you have MFA or 2FA implemented. Again, it's free. All you have to do is enable it. The second one I want to talk to you about is business class spam. So people have their email being hosted either in-house. That's pretty much not happening anymore. The vast majority of everyone, all in the business world, Microsoft 365 is hosting your email, or you've got Google Workspace, and there's a couple other options out there. So what I would encourage everyone to do, and this is from Microsoft themselves, if you have a Microsoft account, a Google account, there are options out there to get what's called business class spam filtering. And it's not just blocking inbound spam, but it takes it to a whole nother level. It opens up the message. It's verifying the link or the attachment if there's anything malicious within there. So it maybe not be the message itself, but the payload is up into the cloud, ready to come down. So the other piece of business class spam is the outbound. So in the event, say your email account does get hacked and it sees and recognizes that there's outbound spam coming from your account, it actually puts an end to that. So I encourage everyone to do some kind of business class spam filtering, inbound and outbound for their organizations. Again, it's not a lot of money. Solutions range from like $1.50 a month up to like $3 or $4 a month per user per month. There's some out there that are really expensive. I don't think that that's required. So if you guys are spending like, I've seen $7 and $10 per month per user, there's no need for that at all. And then the third one that I want to talk to you about, part of this non-negotiable, is business class hardware. So we've come into new potential clients where we go in-house and we see they have like a Linksys firewall or something silly, or they're just using, they have different wireless access points that are not meshed together. So they're totally like, the thing is, hardware costs have significantly come down over the last few years. So you don't need to be spending thousands of dollars for a business class firewall or infrastructure. What I mean by infrastructure is wireless networks, network access points, network managed switches. So we are seeing, and we've just partnered, not trying to pitch because we're totally agnostic, but like Unify Ubiquity makes great products, and we're starting to put them into all of our places. So the advanced networking And more importantly, the security aspect of some of these things are phenomenal. So, I mean, again, not a lot of money, but a typical quality business class firewall you can get for anywhere between $500 and like $800. Obviously, the bigger internet pipe you have and the more users you have, you might crawl up to like 1,000 or 1,500. We're seeing quality switches for like about 1,000, sometimes on sale for $800. So it is super critical from a cybersecurity perspective to have that network infrastructure in place because you're able to both stop and identify threats when it happens. So, hope you enjoyed this segment of Cybersecurity Non-Negotiables and more to come. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, and please share out. Because if you're not working with us and you're working with somebody else, it is super important to have all three things implemented. So, MFA, business class spam, and business class networking. Take care. We'll talk to you guys soon.